Intro.
Hello, I'm here with Adan7777, also known as Adan7777 Darkness. So Adan, I noticed that since the last tutorial, you've added some more colors.
Yeah, I've placed a lot of paint. I painted the background, and that's what I'm doing right now. I lay layers of paint and layers of blue wash over a little glazing technique over my background. The background is basically dark violets and dark blues. To form a glaze with acrylic, all you need to do is just a little bit of water. Yeah, you can use other chemicals, but I prefer water. Right now I'm darkening the blues to add a little distance in this painting. The background is a lot of bellowing smoke. Kind of to indicate pollution. Got the city scape in.
So Adan, have you ever preferred using any oils other than acrylic or?
I used to paint in oil. I painted in oils for a lot of years, but I got tired of the solvent smell and.
So the smell got to you, huh?
And other chemicals that I was using different varnishes and solvents as my media, and I just got tired of it. Sick tired of smelling it. I gotta admit, you do get a lot better results with oil. Well, different results. I mean, to me, acrylic is fairly new media. And I do tend to paint with it as if it was oil. I also like watercolor, and I at times treat acrylic like watercolor. But the thing about acrylic is it's not as intuitive as watercolor. With watercolor, it has this little intuitiveness into the material that, if you pay attention, you can do some really nice effects or feelings with the paint. As with acrylic, it tends to be what you think is what you're going to get. So it's more of a straightforward process. I'm sure there's people out there that are very intuitive with acrylic, but unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I'm intuitive with watercolor. I mean, I can put watercolor down anywhere I want to, and it's kind of like it's speaking back to me. Right now, I'm just laying glazes of blue and glazes of blue and white to create distance. Obviously, this is one of the oldest techniques there is to create distance, is by varying the degree of blue washes. I found out with acrylic, if you add a white glaze, that you can create distance just as easy. Yeah. And because it is acrylic, and I do like the layering technique, I will continue to add more and more color to it. Right now, I'm just adding the blue glazes, just to get a little bit of a feel of distance. But with acrylic, it's very, very forgiving. You can constantly go back into it and form your design or form your painting. I started to paint the little buildings. I have these stylized skyscrapers skyscrapers. I have light colors where the light hits, and I've used a gray tone for the shadows. The shadows is a combination of orange and blue, and I just add a little bit more blue to get a little bit of darker color, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So instead of at the bottom, so the shadow is at the bottom of these little buildings. You can see them come back up. I don't have any detail right now. I'll add the detail later. Later in the process, I'll just add the little windows and or the impression of windows.
So the art, the paintings, are they like kind of for sale, or you just keep them to yourself?
They're for sale, but this is a long way from getting for sale. Right now, I'm just doing. I'm just painting. I can care less right now. I just want to get my idea out. Like I said, I'm just looking in the background. Using the back when I work in backgrounds, I tend to blend different grays and hit my dark areas with tone grays with dark grays. You can lighten the gray up, or you can add more color to a gray. In order to get a different effect. You can add a little bit of light, lighten it up. But I prefer just to add darks first, and then come back and add a little bit of light to the next step and work with that. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm just working from my imagination, so what looks right to me, that's what I'm going to use. I like the concept of rookie color, so I have no problem with my base color coming through the color that I laid on top. A lot of times it gives it a nice little feel, kind of like a reflective light or warm light underneath, especially when you add grays. I guess that's the end of tutorial 2, background. So this we covered a little bit of glazing, when to use grays, and that's it, I guess.